In this investment minute, I want to look at one of the most popular ways of generating ideas to determine whether or not to buy a equity. In this case, we're looking at Apple. And the idea generation method is to look at who owns it and where have they changed their positions, by how much. So when have they changed it, how much have they bought or sold, and by how much? If it's an insignificant amount, or if the company isn't that big, obviously Berkshire Hathaway is big, and when it does something, it's important. But if it's a small amount, like 1,000 shares, who cares? Okay, it's probably some kind of technical readjustment, a basket trade, whatever else it is, doesn't really matter. So you can see it becomes quite complicated very quickly. It is not just, oh, Berkshire Hathaway bought or sold, Warren Buffett's outfit, but how much, when did they do it? 31st of March is not much use to me in July, for instance. That is why all of these factors are not an indication to buy or sell, but actually to put it as an idea generator into the funnel. They are the starting point, not the end point, as we work through, well, actually, have these individuals made a difference when they've bought or sold? Because, of course, that is relevant. And who owns and what proportion of their shares have they bought or sold? There's not much point if they've, even if it's a large amount, but relative to how much they own, it's small. Okay, and equally, I will be interested to know which hedge funds own them, which sovereign wealth funds own into a company, and their relative changes. You can quickly see that it becomes very difficult to develop a theory based around each of these items, which is why I then put it into idea generation to determine other factors as well, such as the valuation of the company and so on and so forth. So simply a journalist saying to me that a certain sovereign wealth fund has bought into a particular company is not that relevant. It is just a headline. The fact that the sovereign wealth funds of Norway, Korea and Canada have bought in, and Singapore, in and of itself not important. So be careful with those headlines that you see. Instead, you should be looking at that as the starting point to investigate further on valuations, growth, income, and other factors of the company.